Good morning, children. In the previous chapter, we have discussed electrostatic charges and fields. That means we have defined about electric force, and later we have defined the electric field, and both are vector quantities. And the effects of electric force and field in various situations, flux, Gauss law, and applications of Gauss laws we have discussed. That is about previous chapter, and totally we have discussed about a vector quantity. But to say the strength of the field at a point, we need to define another quantity also. That quantity is called potential, which is a scalar quantity. That means we are defining the strength of the field at a point by a quantity that is called electric field, that is a vector quantity. But here we are defining a new quantity in this chapter that will also give the strength of the field at a point, but it was defined by a scalar quantity. That name is electrostatic potential. Electrostatic potential. Now, how to define electrostatic potential? How to define electrostatic potential? To define electrostatic potential, for suppose I would like to bring a charge from infinity to a point where there is no charges present. That means isolated region. Suppose if I am bringing a charge capital Q from infinity and placing it at a point in an isolated region, I don't need to do any work. I will not do any work to bring the charge from there to here. But suppose the same charge is bringing from infinity and to place at a point where already some electric field is existing, what we have to do? We need to do some work to place at that point. Against whom? Against the field of electric field, or against the field which was developed. That means if you are placing it very far away from the charge, we need to do less work. If you are bringing very closer to the charge, then we need to do more work. Suppose, let's assume a charge of capital Q is placed at a point, then it will develop some electric field around it. Then it will develop some electric field around it. Then the electric field is at this point is there. Then to bring, that means this electric field is just up to infinity. This electric field exists up to infinity. Suppose I would like to bring one more charge into that field. What happens to here? I need to do work against the field which was developed with capital Q. Then at infinity, the field of capital Q is 0. There's no need to do work. But if I'm bringing from infinity to there, the strength of the field increases as it's coming closer. The force also increases. Therefore, I have to do more and more. That work done. That means here electric potential is nothing but this is the work done to bring a unit charge from infinity to a given point is known as electrostatic potential. Now, note down the definition of electrostatic potential. It is the work done per unit test charge. It is the work done per unit positive test charge in bringing it from infinity, to that point against the electric field. Against the, I think everyone has noted the definition one more time. The electrostatic potential at a point in an electric field. The electrostatic potential at a point in an electric field is defined as the work done per unit positive test charge. The work done per unit positive test charge in bringing it from infinity to that point against the electric field. Mathematically, we can write it as work done W by test charge Q naught. Test charge Q naught. Now here, what is the SI unit of electric potential? Here SI unit is volt or joule second, joule per coulomb. SI unit is joule per coulomb. It is also known as volt. Here electric potential is a scalar quantity. Electric potential is a scalar quantity. Since work done is scalar, therefore electric potential is also a scalar quantity. Now, what is the definition of 1 volt? What is the definition of 1 volt? We can say here V equal to work done per unit test charge. To define V should be 1 volt, work should be 1 joule to bring 1 coulomb of charge. Now, note the definition of what is the definition of 1 volt? How to define 1 volt? Therefore, the electric potential at a point is said to be 1 volt. Note in the definition, all of you. The electric potential at a point is said to be 1 volt if 1 joule of work is done in bringing 1 coulomb of positive charge, from infinity to that point, against the electric field, Therefore, 1 volt is equal to 1 joule per 1 coulomb. 1 volt equal to 1 joule per 1 coulomb. Next, we need to define another quantity that is called potential difference. Potential difference. What is meant by potential difference? It's the same way. That means it is the difference in potential between 2 points. Let's suppose here capital Q is the source charge which is creating field around it. Suppose test charge is at 1 and it is moved to 2. Then what happens? The potential at Q naught is what first position is V1. The potential at second point is V2. Therefore, the difference in potential between the 2 points is known as potential difference. That means we can define here as potential difference between 2 points is defined as it is the difference in potential. Suppose to bring the first charge, to bring the test charge from infinity to 1, we need a potential of V1. To bring the test charge from infinity to point 2 is V2. Therefore, the difference in potential between 1 and 2 is called potential difference. Or else we can define it as also potential difference between 1 and 2 can be written as work done to bring the charge from 1 to 2 per unit test charge. Then note on the definition. Potential difference between 2 points. Potential difference between 2 points in an electric field. Potential difference between 2 points in an electric field is defined as the work done per unit positive test charge. The work done per unit positive test charge in moving it from one point to another against the electric field. Actually, electric field is acting in this direction. Now we are bringing the charge in this direction against the electric field. Is it clear? Next, some important points. Note down note points. Now, what about positive charge? Positive charge will give positive potential. Positive charge will give positive potential around it at a point. Negative charge will give negative potential. Positive charge will give positive potential and negative charges gives negative potential. Now, suppose second note point. Suppose if I consider 2 points, 1 and 2, the potential at first point is V1 and second point is V2. Therefore, the work done to move the charge from 1 to 2, is it depends on path? No. Already we discussed in work for energy topic of 11th standard. Work done is independent of path followed. Work done depends only on the initial and final positions. That's why potential difference is also path independent. Potential difference also path independent. So that as you're moving from V1 to V2 and V2 to V1, any path, it is same. Therefore, the work done to move the charge from V1 to V2 or work done to move from the charge from V2 to 1, one is positive means another one is negative. Therefore, net work done is 0. That's why here electric field is positive or negative. Electric field is 0. That means work done by electric field is 0. So that here electric field is a conservative field. Electric field is a conservative field. Since work done to move the charge from 1 to 2 plus 2 to 1 in a closed loop, the work done is 0. So that electric field is a conservative field. Next, one more point. Work done is equal to charge into potential difference. Work done is equal to charge into potential difference. This relation is very, very important relation. Work done to move a charge in a between 2 points is equal to a charge Q is moving from one point to another point. Therefore, work done equal to charge into potential difference. Now, next point is, what is the potential of Earth? Here, potential of Earth is 0. Potential of Earth is 0. Why means, here if you are, Earth is a huge reservoir of charges. If you are adding some charges and removing some charges, it will not alter the net charge. That's why always it will have a net charge which is 0. Therefore, the potential of Earth is considered as 0. Potential of Earth is considered as 0. Now, next one is electric potential due to a point charge. How to derive an expression due to electric potential due to a point size charge. Let's consider a charge of capital Q is placed at home. A charge of positive charge Q is placed at home. Then it will develop some electric field around it. And until what distance? Infinity. Since a field is distributed uniformly in all directions, therefore the field will be distributed up to infinity. Electric field at infinity is 0. Now you are bringing a charge from infinity. A charge of Q naught is bringing from infinity. And I would like to place at a point. That means what is the work I have to do to bring the charge from infinity to a point P. For that one, I will assume that initially the charge Q naught is located at A, which was at a distance of x from O. Later it was moved through a infinitesimal displacement B through a distance of dx and moved to B. Therefore, the distance from charge becomes x minus dx. Therefore, what is the electric field at A? What is the electric field at A? EA bar is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by x square away from charge. Away from charge means along this direction. As shown in the diagram, away from the charge. That is O2A, OA bar. Then it is moving. Therefore, what is the force experienced by test charge at that point? Therefore, force is equal to charge into electric field. That is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught by x square along OA bar. Unit positive test charge. Now, as I'm moving towards the charge, therefore, what is the work done? Therefore, work done to move the charge, work done to move the charge through a small displacement here, dx, a small displacement dx is dw is equal to f bar dot dx bar. That is minus f into dx. Since force and displacement are acting in opposite direction. Now, what is the total work done? Therefore, it's an infinitesimal. Total work done in moving the charge from infinity to r. That means W equal to integral of infinity to r dw, that we can write as minus integral of infinity to r Q naught times E into dx. That is, we can write as infinity to r 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught by x square into dx. Then on integration, It means work done W is equal to minus integral of infinity to R 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q naught by x square into dx. Then I can write as minus q naught by 4 pi epsilon naught into integral of infinity to R 1 by x square dx. Here 1 by x square integration is minus 1 by x, that is minus q naught by 4 pi epsilon naught into minus 1 by x infinity to R. Then it's q naught by 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by R minus 1 by infinity. 1 by infinity is 0, then we can write it as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q naught by R is the work done to move the charge from infinity to a given point. Then, by definition of electric potential, we can write work done per unit discharge, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by R. Q by R. Here Q is positive, that's why potential is positive. And if Q is negative, then potential is negative. That means for negative charge, potential is minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. For positive charge, it is positive. Negative charge, negative. Good.